Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint podcast.
Yeah.
Today, we're diving into a topic that's probably on your mind as we kick off 2025.
Okay.
How gold IRAs can play a
Mhm.
unique role in legacy planning.
Right.
If you've ever thought about generational wealth transfer, this one's for you.
It's fascinating how often traditional estate planning misses the advantages of precious metals.
Yeah.
With the evolving landscape of wealth transfer and the Secure 2.0 Act changes,
Yeah.
it's more important than ever to see how gold can fit into a multi-generational wealth preservation strategy.
It's almost like a secret weapon,
Yeah.
right? And for those of you looking for a clear path on how to choose the right gold IRA company,
Right.
we have a free checklist waiting for you
Okay.
at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
Great.
Now let's get into why gold IRAs stand out when it comes to passing on your wealth. We always hear about stocks and bonds,
Right.
but gold seems to have this special something.
What's interesting here is that gold IRAs offer a unique blend of tax advantages and wealth preservation, which are both critical for legacy planning.
Okay, let's unpack that. When we talk about tax advantages in the context of passing down wealth,
Yeah.
what are we really looking at?
Minimizing the tax burden on your heirs is paramount.
Okay.
Gold IRAs, unlike traditional assets,
Yeah.
offer a structure that allows for tax-efficient transfers.
Right.
This can make a significant difference in preserving the value of your assets for your beneficiaries.
So it's not just about growing your wealth,
Right.
but also making sure more of it actually reaches your loved ones.
Precisely. And then there's the wealth preservation aspect.
Yeah.
Gold has a remarkable history of holding its value even during market turmoil. We're talking about inflation, market volatility, those things that keep people up at night, especially when they're thinking about their family's future.
Especially in times like these.
Right.
Everyone's looking for that sense of security.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A gold IRA, backed by a physical asset, provides that tangible security. Knowing that a portion of your wealth is rooted in something real,
Yeah.
something that's historically held its value through thick and thin,
Right.
offers peace of mind that's hard to match.
Like having a safety net woven from gold. So we're in 2025, things are changing.
Uh-huh.
What should our listeners know about the current rules surrounding gold IRAs?
The good news is gold IRAs are recognized by the IRS under Section 408 Motors.
Okay.
This provides a solid legal framework.
Right.
However,
Yeah.
there are specific requirements,
Okay.
such as metal purity standards and the need for an approved custodian,
Right.
which are important considerations. And of course, the current unified gift and estate tax exemption, which stands at $13.61 million per individual,
Okay.
is a major factor in estate planning, regardless of the asset.
So choosing the right custodian is a big deal then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Think of them as your guide through the complexities of setting up and managing your gold IRA. Yeah.
A knowledgeable custodian will ensure compliance and smooth generational transfers.
It sounds like they're the key to unlocking the full potential of a gold IRA. Let's say someone is ready to use a gold IRA for legacy planning.
Okay.
What are some smart strategies to make the transfer process as tax efficient as possible?
Beneficiary designations are absolutely crucial here.
Okay.
You have the flexibility to name primary and contingent beneficiaries, and how you structure these designations can significantly impact the tax liability your heirs face.
Could you give an example of how that might work?
Certainly. Let's say you have a minor child as a beneficiary.
Yeah.
Setting up a trust to manage the inherited IRA can not only protect their interest,
Right.
but also create tax advantages as the assets are distributed over time.
So it's not just about who inherits, but
Right.
how they inherit.
Exactly. It's about tailoring the transfer to your specific family situation and long-term goals.
Okay.
And it's crucial to ensure your custodial arrangements work in harmony with your overall estate planning documents.
Right. Any conflicts between these documents down the line could cause major headaches for your heirs. Proper coordination from the outset is essential.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting things right,
Yeah.
remember that free checklist we have for our listeners?
Right.
If you're feeling overwhelmed,
Yeah.
head over to goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
Okay.
It's a great tool to help you ask the right questions as you evaluate potential gold IRA companies.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Now, let's shift gears and do a head-to-head comparison.
Okay.
Traditional IRAs versus gold IRAs,
Right.
specifically for legacy planning.
Okay.
Many people are familiar with traditional IRAs,
Yeah.
but might not fully grasp how gold IRAs compare in this context?
It's all about understanding the nuances.
Okay.
Our source material actually lays this out very clearly in a table format,
Oh, perfect.
which might be helpful for those who like to see things visually.
Perfect. Let's break it down,
Yeah.
starting with asset protection. What's the key difference between the two?
With the traditional IRA,
Yeah.
your asset protection is directly tied to the market's performance.
Okay.
If the market takes a downturn, the value of your IRA could decline, potentially leaving your heirs with less than you intended.
That's a risk many people don't fully consider.
That's right. With a gold IRA,
Yeah.
you have a tangible form of security
Right.
because it's backed by a physical asset, gold.
Yeah.
It's not subject to the whims of the stock market in the same way.
So even if the market takes a hit, the gold remains.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Now, let's talk about inflation,
Yeah.
a concern that's top of mind for everyone. How do traditional and gold IRAs compare in terms of inflation defense?
It feels like that's where gold truly shines.
You're right. Traditional IRAs offer limited protection against inflation
Mm-hmm.
because their value is tied to dollars,
Right.
which can lose purchasing power over time.
Yeah.
Gold, on the other hand, has historically held its value against inflation.
Could you give us a concrete example of how that's played out in the past?
Certainly. During the high inflation of the 1970s,
Mm-hmm.
gold prices skyrocketed,
Yeah.
preserving wealth for those who held it. While past performance doesn't guarantee future results,
Right?
gold's track record as an inflation hedge is compelling.
It's like a shield against the erosion of purchasing power.
Precisely. Gold can act as a powerful counterbalance to the uncertainty of fiat currencies during inflationary periods.
So beyond asset protection and inflation, what other key differences stand out when comparing these two IRA types for legacy planning?
Transfer complexity is a key consideration. Traditional IRAs are generally easier to transfer,
Right.
while gold IRAs require a specialized custodian and might involve more paperwork.
Okay.
However, both
Yeah.
types are subject to standard estate tax rules.
Right.
Another difference lies in the potential for generation skipping.
Yeah.
Both types can benefit future generations beyond your immediate heirs. But gold IRAs require additional planning to ensure a seamless transfer to grandchildren or even great-grandchildren.
So there's a bit more strategic thinking involved with gold IRAs.
Yeah.
What about RMDs, required minimum distributions? Are there any significant differences there?
The RMD rules generally apply to both,
Right.
but one interesting aspect of gold IRAs is the option of physical distribution.
Oh,
In certain situations,
Yeah.
your heirs might be able to take physical possession of the gold,
interesting.
adding flexibility to their inheritance. It's like having a tangible piece of your legacy to pass down.
That's a powerful image.
Yeah.
It sounds like with gold IRAs, we're not just talking about financial inheritance, but
Mhm.
also a tangible link to the past. It's fascinating how these different pieces fit together. The gold IRA itself, the custodian, the beneficiary structure. It's not just a one-time decision, is it?
Not at all. You're building a legacy, and that requires a long-term vision. You need to consider how your choices today will ripple through the generations. A well-structured estate plan isn't about putting all your eggs in one basket. It's about diversification and creating a balanced approach that mitigates risk and accounts for different economic scenarios.
So gold IRAs are like a strategic piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture.
Exactly. It's about finding the right balance for your specific needs and goals. Now, let's say someone is ready to explore integrating a gold IRA into their legacy plan. What are the essential components they need to consider?
That's the million-dollar question, or perhaps the multi-million-dollar question, considering the potential impact on generational wealth. What are the key building blocks?
We can break it down into three key areas: beneficiary designation, distribution planning, and documentation.
Let's start with beneficiary designation. We touched on this earlier, but could you elaborate on the importance of getting this right?
It all boils down to ensuring your wishes are carried out and that your heirs are taken care of according to your vision. You need to consider who your primary beneficiaries will be, as well as any contingent beneficiaries. And think about special cases like minor beneficiaries where a trust might be the most prudent option. Remember, this is where working closely with an estate planning attorney is crucial.
Right, because you want to make sure your beneficiary designations for your gold IRA are in sync with your overall estate plan. It's about a holistic approach. Now let's move on to distribution planning. What are the key factors to consider here?
This is where we delve into the world of RMDs, required minimum distributions, and how they apply to inherited IRAs. It's crucial to understand how these calculations work and how strategic timing of distributions can potentially minimize the tax burden for your heirs.
It's like a game of chess thinking several moves ahead to optimize the outcome for your beneficiaries.
Precisely. And then, of course, there's the documentation aspect. It might not be the most exciting part, but it's absolutely essential. You want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. This includes things like your custodial agreements, any specific transfer instructions, and even arrangements for a successor advisor if something were to happen to you.
It's about having a plan not just for setting up the gold IRA, but for how it's managed and transferred in the future. That's where having a trusted custodian who understands the intricacies of legacy planning becomes invaluable.
I couldn't agree more. They can be your partner in this process, guiding you every step of the way, ensuring that your legacy is protected and transferred according to your wishes.
It's like having a dedicated guardian for your golden inheritance. Okay, let's bring it all together. For our listeners who are thinking, all right, I'm ready to explore gold IRAs for my legacy plan, what are the key takeaways they should walk away with?
I'd emphasize 4 essential points. First, the importance of coordinating your estate plans with your IRA beneficiary designations. These two need to work hand in hand. Second, understanding the current regulatory landscape for precious metals and retirement accounts. We talked about Section 408 meters, but it's important to stay informed because regulations can change.
Right, staying up to date is key. It's like updating the software of your legacy plan. What's the third takeaway?
Thinking about the tax implications across generations. It's not just about your own tax situation, but also how your decisions might impact your beneficiaries down the line. Fourth, and this is crucial, regularly reviewing and adapting your plans. Life changes, families grow, and regulations evolve. Make it a habit to review your estate plan and gold IRA arrangements periodically to ensure they still align with your goals.
It's like fine-tuning an instrument to keep the melody of your legacy flowing smoothly. That's fantastic advice. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from the unique advantages of gold IRAs and legacy planning to the importance of beneficiary designations and coordinating with your overall estate strategy. It's clear that this is a topic that requires careful consideration and, as you've emphasized, expert guidance. For those feeling ready to take the next step, remember we have that free checklist to help you find the right gold IRA company. Just visit goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's packed with valuable tips and questions to ask potential custodians.
It's a fantastic resource to empower you in making informed decisions about your financial future and your legacy. It's about taking control and shaping your future according to your values and aspirations.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought-provoking question. Think about your own legacy goals. What kind of impact do you want to have on the generations that follow you? How can a gold IRA help you achieve those goals?
It's a powerful question to reflect on. We often get so caught up in the day-to-day that we forget to zoom out and think about the bigger picture. Your legacy is about more than just money. It's about the values you pass down, the financial security you provide, and the lasting impact you have on your loved ones.
Beautifully said. And for those who are ready to start building that legacy with the security and stability of gold, visit goldirablueprint.com/exclusive to get started.
It's a step towards taking control of your financial future and creating a lasting legacy for generations to come.
It's about creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own lifetime.
And that's precisely what we're aiming for with this deep dive.
We've explored the unique advantages of gold IRAs and legacy planning, delved into the complexities of beneficiary designations, and emphasized the importance of a holistic approach that aligns with your overall estate strategy.
It's been a comprehensive journey,
Yeah.
through the world of gold IRAs and their potential to empower you in shaping your legacy.
And for those of you who are just beginning your wealth-building journey, remember that it's never too early to start thinking about your legacy.
That's right. Even small steps taken today can lay the foundation for a secure financial future for generations to come.
A gold IRA could be that foundational element,
Exactly.
providing stability and peace of mind
Yeah.
as you navigate the complexities of wealth preservation and transfer.
It's about taking control of your financial destiny and ensuring that your hard-earned wealth benefits not only you, but also those who matter most.
If you're feeling inspired and ready to explore the possibilities of a gold IRA, don't forget to grab our free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
It's a valuable resource,
Yeah.
packed with tips and questions to ask potential custodians, guiding you toward making informed decisions.
And if you have any lingering questions or want to delve deeper into specific aspects of gold IRAs
Yeah.
and legacy planning, don't hesitate to reach out to a qualified financial advisor.
Absolutely.
They can provide personalized guidance
Yeah.
and help you craft a strategy that aligns with your unique circumstances and goals, ensuring that your legacy is in good hands.
It's about peace of mind.
Right. Remember, your legacy is a reflection of your values and aspirations. It's about the impact you leave on the world and the financial security you provide for those you care about most.
Very well said.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into gold IRAs and generational wealth transfer. We hope you found it informative, empowering, and thought-provoking.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building your blueprint for a brighter financial future.
From all of us here at the Gold IRA Blueprint Podcast, we wish you the very best on your journey toward building a lasting and meaningful legacy.